today, right now, you have more power at your fingertips than entire generations that came before you. Think about that. That's what technology really is. It's possibility, it's adaptability, it's capability. But in the end, it's only a tool. What's a hammer without a person who swings it? It's not about what technology can do, it's about what you can do with it. You're the voice, and it's the microphone. When you're the artist, it's the paintbrush. We are living in the future we always dreamed of. We have mixed reality that changes how we see the world, and AI empowering us to change the world we see. You have more power at your fingertips than entire generations that came before you. So here's the question: what will you do with it?
Printing. The fact is, there's never been a better time to launch an idea and bring it to scale right here in the United States right now. But we've got to make sure that we're taking full advantage of this moment by tapping all the talent America has to offer, no matter who they are or where they set up shop. And obviously, there are chronic challenges for any entrepreneur. Capital's tough to come by. But it's even tougher if you're not in one of a handful of cities that have a well-developed venture capital presence. It's always hard to get in front of the right people, but sometimes it's harder if you're a woman or an underrepresented minority who all too often have to fight just to get a seat at the table. Right now, one study shows that fewer than 3% of venture capital-backed companies have a woman as their CEO. Another study showed that fewer than 1% have an African-American founder. Yet we've seen again and again that companies with diverse leadership often outperform those that don't. That's the market that is out there, not just here in the United States, but globally. So that lack of participation from everybody isn't good for business. We've got to make sure that everybody's getting a fair shot. The next Steve Jobs might be named Stephanie or Esteban. They might never set foot in Silicon Valley. We've got to unleash the full potential of every American, not leave more than half the team on the bench. And that's something a growing number of tech companies have begun to recognize.
with BDPA or for BDPA?
I'm the executive director for the BDPA Education and Technology Foundation.
And that's BETF for short. Tell us what that means and what you guys do.
We raise money to support the programs, scholarships, and services for our local 46 chapters around the nation. We also raise money for the high school computer competition through our Dr. Jesse Bemley Scholarship Fund.
Okay, and how did you enjoy the conference this year?
I thought it was great. It was just wonderful to see all of the new children and youth and young people, the future faces of technology, as they were recognized for their technology abilities and skills. It was wonderful to give out those scholarships. And as I was watching it this year, my dream is that next year, as the young people are walking off the stage, that there are colleges and universities that are providing them with 4-year full ride scholarships for the hard work that they've done through BDPA.
On a stormy night in Philadelphia, with only a kite, a house key, and wet hamstring, Benjamin Franklin captured lightning in a bottle. Over 260 years later, with a little resourcefulness, ingenuity, and grit, we're not only capturing energy from the sun and wind, we're storing it. So even when the sun isn't shining and the wind isn't blowing, we're still powering America forward. As the nation's leader in energy storage, and as the world's largest generator of wind and solar energy, we're ensuring Americans have the energy they need, whenever they need it. This is our era. This is America's energy era. Next Era Energy.
Hello, my name is Terry Morris, and I serve as the National President for BDPA. I've been in this office for nearly 4 years, and it's been my pleasure to serve with our great leadership team to help enable the possibilities of our young people and our adult professionals. We've valued the partners that we've had along the ride for many years, and we thank you for that continued investment. We certainly thank the new partners that have come to the table to help fulfill BDPA's mission. This year's theme is Powered Together, a revolution of excellence. BDPA has been in existence for nearly 50 years, anchored on an expectation of excellence and unity. We thank you for joining us this year, and we hope that you're able to take away experiences that set you up for your next. Recently, I had a colleague share this quote with me, that we can't unsee what we've all seen. This was in the context of health inequity and systemic racism, the pandemic that we're in. We can't unsee what we've all seen. The question is, what are we gonna do to ensure that we are set up for our next and use the experiences from this year's conference to ensure that we have a credible plan to achieve the fullest of our potential? Well, that's what I intend to do. I plan to take the experiences I've had over the last several days, whether it be the digital transformation, learning more about automation and data analytics, or the diversity and inclusion experiences that we've had, or even the entrepreneurship experiences. This is the time to lean into our potential and pursue the fullest therein. Next year, we'll be in Atlanta, Georgia, hopefully back to in-person experiences. I'm certain with a complement of tech to support that. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again, where we'll continue this quest to advance careers from the classroom to the boardroom. Thank you, and Godspeed to each of you.
When I I chose to go to the Air Force Academy, people asked if I was going to be a pilot. Sure, I could do that. I can also be an engineer. I can be a doctor or a lawyer. I can work with missiles or satellites. I can become an astronaut, a Rhodes Scholar, or a 4-star general. I can be an Olympian, or even a national hero. So yeah, I can be a pilot. At the Air Force Academy, I can be anything.